You're listening to Thom Hartmann. Visit ThomHartmann.com for audio and video archive.
15 minutes before the hour. We'll be back with more of your calls, and we're going to check in with Talk Media News, too, at some point. Welcome back. Thom Hartmann with you, and a big thank you to KBCS, the program director there. Bruce put us... No? Oh, in any case, the program director of KBCS put us in touch with Esther Little Dove John, who is an elector with the Electoral College. And Esther, welcome.
Thank you.
So how do you become an elector with the Electoral College?
Well, in early May of this year, my precinct had a caucus. And I am an ardent Bernie supporter, so I decided I would go to the caucus and make my position known. Mm-hmm. At that caucus, we had the opportunity to give a 1-minute talk about why we would like to be a delegate to the Democratic Party gathering or convention. I gave my one-minute speech, and I was selected. Then I went on to my congressional district caucus, which is the 9th Congressional District in Washington State. I guess Representative Adam Smith is our representative. And again, we had an opportunity to give a 1-minute speech as to why we wanted to either be an elector or be a delegate. I decided I wanted to try being an elector because I'd always thought it was a mystery, like a mystery group of people. Mm-hmm. You could never even know who they were. But here was an opportunity for me to be one. So I gave my 1-minute speech, and then I was out of 70-something people. I got 74 votes to be the elector from our congressional district.
Wow. So you are the one. Now, how do you, the electors are supposed to, quote, meet and vote, and I don't think there's actually a meeting, but there is a vote on December 19th. What are you going to do on December 19th? Or
On December 19th, I go to Olympia, mm-hmm. and with the other electors, the other 11 electors from Washington State, I will cast my vote for who should be president.
Right. So
from there, those the certificate of ascertainment, I think that is what is carried to Washington D.C., that ascertains that we were all duly elected as electors, and that these were the ways. This is how we voted. That gets taken to the House of Representatives and is read there. And if there is not a tie of the electors that went for Hillary and the electors that went for Donald Trump, then whoever gets the most electoral votes is declared the President of the United States. Now, the Senate chooses the Vice President, and likewise, the electors can give their vote for who should be Vice President. So that decision is made apparently in the U.S. Senate.
That's interesting. So you, as an elector, are sending you're an elector both for the president and for the vice president?
That's correct.
So, and you're pledged to Hillary Clinton and Tim Kaine, I'm presuming.
Well, yeah, I had to sign a piece of paper that said that I would vote for them. Right. But in Washington State, the faithless elector, that is an elector who decides not to vote as they have pledged to vote with their party, can be fined $1,000. And
wow.
So there's a gentleman named Bob Satiacum who has decided he will take the $1,000 plunge because he's an ardent Bernie supporter himself, mm-hmm. and he will cast his vote for Bernie Sanders instead of for Hillary Clinton.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, just to make a statement.
Just to make a statement.
Yeah. Fascinating. Esther Little Dove John.
I'm an African-American woman, and it seems like people of color all over the country who might be electors are probably having thoughts of how can we make this turn out so that we can protect our communities and all people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this is the way to do it, or it's a big part of the way to do it, which is to get inside the Democratic Party and which you've done. You've done a marvelous job. Esther Little Dove John, thank you so much for being with us.
You're very welcome.
I really appreciate it. Welcome back. Mark Taylor-Canfield in Seattle. Hey, Mark, what's on your mind?
Happy anniversary to you and Louise, Tom.
Well, thank you, Mark. That's very kind of you. What's up?
Well, these are the times that try women and men's souls, right? We've had major protests here in Seattle.
Yeah.
But I really believe that alternative independent media like your program is going to be very, very important. Really concerned about Trump wanting to crack down on journalists because that's something that dictators have been doing all over the world. But as you know, you have been a great inspiration to me, so I've started producing my own media at YouTube. It's called the MTC Report, and I plan to do as much truth-telling as I can because I think the Fourth Estate might be the only way we can get information out about our own government now.
Cool.
And by the way, I was on a Democracy for America conference call with our new Congresswoman, Pramila Jayapal from Washington State, and also Robert Reich and Congressman Keith Ellison. And it's pretty obvious that what DFA wants to do is start by replacing the chair of the DNC. And, of course, as you mentioned, Ellison said that he's interested, so he's going to announce on Monday. And then Howard Dean is also interested in that position.
Yeah, Howard Dean announced it last night on TV. He's lobbying for the job.
That's the first place to start.
Yeah, I was always a fan of Howard Dean until he went after Bernie. I just, I endorsed Bernie. I supported both Bernie and Hillary, but I endorsed Bernie. When Bernie lost the primary, when Hillary won the primary, at that point, it was like, okay, I'm going to endorse Hillary. She's the nominee of my party, and she's not terrible. So I endorsed her, but at that point, Howard Dean actually started trashing Bernie and Bernie people, and it shocked me.
Yeah, there was a lot of that going on in the Democratic Party, unfortunately. However, his brother Jim Dean has been very pro-Bernie. In fact, he's been a surrogate for Bernie many times and has been a really great spokesperson.
Yeah, Jim's a great guy. And Jim is the guy who runs Democracy for America, not Howard.
Right. And also, I wanted to mention, I am really concerned about these issues of voter suppression, which is something that I'm going to be looking into as a journalist. But, Donald Trump said that the election would be rigged, so maybe he's right, only it was rigged in his favor. And the fact that the United States media, the corporate media at least, and most of the media consultants, in fact, some of the political consultants, a lot of them that I've known for a long time, including, Brad Bannon, got it wrong as well. So we really have to question what's going on here. I mean, are the political consultants and the U.S. media just totally incompetent, or did something go on where there's some shenanigans that we don't know about? So I'm really concerned about that issue, and I hope that people continue to look into that and continue to find the truth and expose it however they can. I'm really looking forward to what Greg Palast has to say. He did an excellent job on your program. And as I said before, how can you not love a guy who wears a fedora and looks like a film noir reporter, I really appreciate what he has to say. So I'm waiting to hear from Greg to see what he has to say about what happened. I think that would be really important to have him on your show if you can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, he plays a great character, and he is a great character. He was in fact, he was staying with us when he was in D.C. here a week or so ago. So, yeah, Greg's a good guy, and we'll see where all this goes. Mark Taylor-Canfield, MTC. What's your YouTube channel?
The YouTube channel is under my name, Mark Taylor-Canfield, but my reporting is a program called the MTC Report. So I've been doing that daily since the election.
The MTC Report. Cool. Good luck, Mark. Thanks a lot for the call.
Thanks, Tom.
We'll be right back. It's 10 minutes before the hour.